Hello boys and girls, welcome to the Math Club. In this video we're going to talk about inequalities. Question 13. Solve these inequalities. A. Negative x smaller than 8. B. Negative 3x bigger than 15. Now let's start with A. First, as we said before, to solve an inequality you have to make the variable alone. First here we notice that x is not alone and there is negative 1 multiplied by the x. So what do we do? Very good. We're going to divide by negative 1. First, let's cover this so we can work here. So the first step we do here, we have to remove the negative sign, and we're going to do so by dividing by negative 1. And because I'm going to divide here by negative 1, I have to do the same for the other side. As we said in algebra and in inequalities, whatever you do to one side, you have to do it to the other sides. So here I'm going to divide by negative 1, and here I'm going to divide by negative 1. And there's another rule in inequalities. If you divide or multiply by a negative number, you have to flip the sign. So here first, negative goes with the negative 1, and we end up with x. So this one will be x. And then 8 divide negative 1 is going to be negative 8. Now, as we said, if you divide or multiply by a negative number, you have to flip the sign. So here we can see that x is smaller than. Now we're going to make it x bigger than. So the sign will look to the other side, like this. So x is bigger than negative 8. And that's how you answer a question like this. Now the question didn't ask me to put it on a number line, but I'll show you how to put it on a number line. First thing you do, you draw a line like this, and you put negative 8 here. And then after putting negative 8, here we can see that x is bigger than negative 8. Now we notice that if this is negative 8, it means here we have negative 9 on this side. And on this side we will have negative 7. And we all know that negative 7 is bigger than negative 8. So x is bigger than negative 8. It means we are talking about the numbers on this side. So first I'm going to put a circle on top of negative 8 like this. Now because x is bigger only than negative 8, it's not equal, it means I'm not going to shade the circle. It's going to be an open circle, and this means that negative 8 is not included. Now as we said, because this one is bigger than negative 8, it means the values will be on this side. So I'm going to make an arrow like this, and this is how you put it on a number line. Now let's move on and answer question B. Question B, negative 3x bigger than 15. We're going to follow the same steps. The first thing I need is leaving the variable alone. So here I notice that negative 3 is multiplied by the x. It means to remove it, I have to divide by negative 3. So I'm going to divide this side by negative 3 here. And because I divided this side, I'm going to do the same for the other side. Focus on this. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do it to all the sides. So here, divide by negative 3, and here divide by negative 3. Now, negative 3 here will be removed by negative 3, because negative 3 divided negative 3 is 1, and then 1 times x equals x. So here we end up with x. And then 15 divide negative 3 will be, very good, it's going to be negative 5. Good job. Now, as we said, the rule says if you divide or multiply by a negative number, you have to flip the sign of the inequality. So this one is bigger than, so I'm going to make it smaller than, like this. So x is smaller than negative 5. And now, as we said, the question didn't ask for it, but I want to explain it to you. How do we put this on a number line? First thing we do, we make a number line. We write the values that we have. We have negative 5 here. So I'm going to put negative 5 here. On this side, we have negative 6. And on this side, we will have negative 4. You have to focus on this. This right side is always bigger and this left side is always smaller. Now x is smaller than -5. X is smaller than -5. So first thing we do, we have to put a circle on -5. And it's an open circle because there's no equal sign here. And open circle means that -5 is not included in the values of x. Now, we notice that x is smaller than -5. It means the arrow will be pointing to the smaller side. Which is smaller, -4 or -6? Very good. -6 is smaller. So the arrow will point to the smaller side or the number smaller than -5. And this is how you answer a question like this. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.